How are the children doing? How do we know? And how does this inform our actions? Teachers are key to changing the outcomes for our students. We know that they cannot do this alone. In our schools, we have education workers, specialists, volunteers, all contributing to help that teacher impact those kids in important ways. Administration is second only to teaching in their ability to have a direct impact on students and their outcomes. Teaching and learning is an ongoing cycle of teacher professional judgment, observation, assessment, trial and error, and learning. That teacher learning is most impactful when it's on behalf of student learning needs. That direct connection makes a direct impact on improving student achievement and their well-being. This isn't about reaching most kids. This is about digging deeper, learning to do things differently, and reaching those kids we have not reached before. We have equity-seeking groups of kids in our schools waiting and wanting the opportunity to ensure that the conditions exist to reach their full potential. And teachers can learn on behalf of those kids to ensure that that in fact happens, that we realize the promise of inclusive education. Teacher growth and evaluation process was informed by our Nova Scotia teaching standards. We had input from our African Nova Scotian branch, our Mi'kmaq branch, the NSTU, our Council for Classroom Conditions, our Principals Forum, and a host of others to ensure that we had good inclusive lens on this work and to include that the doability for teachers and principals were embedded into the work and into the design. We're going to collect feedback in the first wave of this work to ensure that those objectives are in fact met, and we'll get feedback from the first users to ensure that the final document is as good as it can be. The Teacher Growth and Evaluation System is designed to support and deepen the professional practices, leading to increased student outcomes, to support collaborative professionalism, and to build collective efficacy. When all teachers feel a sense of the entire team being as effective as possible and helping each other learn and grow in service of kids, when those conditions exist in a school, equity-seeking groups, and in Nova Scotia, our Mi'kmaq learners, our African Nova Scotian learners, our students living in poverty, our students with special education needs, and others, do better. We know that a posted code doesn't have to determine outcome for kids. The difference is what those teachers and administrators do collectively learning on behalf of those kids. This work is important. We know the impact of great teaching on kids. Teaching is a powerful profession. It's a profession that is driven by a really strong moral imperative because kids can't wait. We need to do better every day, and all we need to do is a little better tomorrow than we did today. And that's the promise, and that's the design of the process and of the work of teachers. Collectively, through this work, very focused, student-focused, we can change the trajectories of the rest of their lives. I want to thank you for taking on this work and working on behalf of our kids.